Wasn't gonna put my drone
so
in
you're
there
keeping
anyway.
you're keeping your drone outside, which is fine.
I'm checking for spawn peekers.
And when you're keeping your drone outside, just make sure it's in a place that you're going to with that's not exposed to spawn peek. All right, make it easy to kind of pick
That's
up.
what I hate about this map.
This site is dodgy, and that you've looked at that window. That is the main kind of problem with the site, that window. But then you've also got the piano window here to be aware of. Yeah, that one. So there's two windows there that you can be spawn peek from. Then you've got also here and white door. So it's pretty intense. That's kind of cafe. Okay, so you're running a Flores drone. You're using the Flores drone to take out the hatches. I definitely wouldn't recommend that. You can use Hibana's pellets here. She can just shoot 2 pellets on. One Flores drone is worth far more than just 2 Hibana pellets. She can use them to open the hatches. Sophia should have breach charges. Glaz's gun opens hatches, I believe, as well. So one of the most powerful things about Flores is his utility, right? His drone. It's such a strong tool to remove, deployable shields that are usually protected by ADSs. You can just bypass all of that. You can get kills, you can displace, you can do so much with the drones. They're very, very strong. So using it on a hatch is just a bit redundant. It's a bit of a waste. It's barricaded. That wall there is soft, that red wall, which is pretty crazy. That is definitely something you want open. Freezer is also soft. So basically, when you're attacking Cafe, the first point of third floor on Cafe, for just when you're trying to get strats in your mind and understand the way a map flows, the first thing that you want to do is you just want to open the 2 hatches. 100%. That's just boof, boof, open the hatches, apply pressure, right? You don't need to be sticking your head in the hatch and going like, oh, what's down here? Use your drone so that your head doesn't get ripped off. So you drone out this area here, you drone out new bulk over there, where the first hatch you opened underneath that new bulk, and then drone maybe close here just to make sure there's no one playing literally where this drone is, like right here. Sometimes people play there, just tucked in a nice little corner. So you can just use the drone to kind of drone those 3 little parts, and you can have, that's kind of like your shop control. This is called shop, like you get shop control. Now the walls that are on top red that connect into the wall behind here, that connects to the back way through piano, that is the second point of action, is just opening that wall. So it should be reinforced, but you can just use an A cell map, boom, throw it on it. You just need one just on the right side or the left side, whatever you want. Really, we do the right personally. Just on the right side, just douche, open it up so that you now have a second point of entry into piano. Because the most important part, step 1, get this control. But why you get this control, this area, the reason that you have the control of this area is so that you can better take piano, right? You can then go into piano and take piano. That's the next thing that you want to be doing, is just clearing piano and getting control of piano. All right, so that's kind of step 1 and step 2. When you get piano, you just want to make sure that you've got a little bit of you got up to white hallways so that they can't swing the door. You want someone holding that white hallway swing. People often do swing back out. You can open freezer there to apply pressure through freezer, maybe find a frag. And look to work a plant. But piano control is super important. So when I'm looking at this video, the first thing I see is, what I mentioned before, don't stick your head in skylight. It's pointless. You can easily get killed. That this wall here, the red connecting wall, top red wall, is soft. So boom, okay, that's soft, dope. Like, just throw a Zofia impact stun into it, or a breach charge if you're feeling risky. I'd probably impact it though, or even a Flores drone for that, because that is important. That's a very important wall. If it's reinforced, use your hard breach. And then once you do that, you could use your Flores drone, because on that white door over in, I'll show you it now. This is you're probably gonna have a look at it. Okay, this is the spot I was kind of talking about around Shaco. But in piano, it's kind of hard to show you now, but like on the white door, usually you have, it's called pixel, that corner. Usually what you'll have is a shield, and maybe it's protected by 2 or 3 ADSs. And in that case, it's a really, really powerful thing to do with Flores, is just drone through and take out the shield and bypass the ADSs. So that's kind of what you want to do to get all of this top floor control. So you're getting piano, shop, and applying pressure and pushing them back further and further, not giving them the space, taking the space for you as a team. That's kind of how you want to approach a top floor push on Cafe. Nice, so you down this guy. Mechanics are still looking a little bit rusty. It just needs more time. You need to put more work into that. Alright, again, those little moments there where you're just kind of like looking. I know you're trying to find a frag, maybe look for this muzzy, but not so relevant. And borderline's time wasting. So now, like here, again, if this is in this situation, you should just remember what I've just said there is just, okay, we need to be taking piano. Boom, drop piano and try and apply pressure there, force them back. So that's what you should be doing when you're attacking. You're going to drone out. Droning's good. I like the fact that you're using your drones. That is good. There's one in this little, you can hear him by a hatch room.
Site A. Site A is clear.
Ooh, directly under the hatch. Site A is clear.
Alright, if you say so, I don't know, man.
A and B are clear.
Okay.
I don't
Oh,
know.
see, I don't know about the drop there.
You're gonna need my backup, man.
This guy's close. You're trying to find him, frag him out. Nice, not him. Nice, you killed the duck. That's well played because you actually heard him earlier. I don't know if you thought that was the muzzy, but you actually heard this guy that was just sitting in this corner. If you go back and rewatch and listen to the audio cues, you actually did hear him. So well played on finding that frag and nice to be aware. The one thing that I would say is you haven't droned piano at all. So just be cautious with dropping and be standing around here when you don't have piano control because they can easily just swing that double door, free kills for them all day. So you want to make sure that you have piano control in there, right? That room there. Okay, so again, this wall is usually reinforced. It's not, so that means that you could, throw a Flores drone if you wanted to, or an impact stun and open this wall up, which just like severely limits the enemy's opportunities to be able to kind of just bunker down at the back of site and stop you from, maybe planting here or planting just over beside this bookcase here, the default plant, which is kind of there. By opening that, it displaces the enemy. So they have to either push way back this way, you might be able to catch them on their rotate, or they have to drop down below. Different things. They just can't play there, which is a power position. Usually you'll have this reinforced and then a rotate here. That's kind of how people usually set it up. Okay. So that's unfortunate. You try to take out a bit of utility without droning forward, and that's kind of like you're just standing out there in the middle of the open, like that where you're standing, shop door facing like all three, facing long bar, facing the double door here, facing freezer, very, very exposed. So you just don't want to be standing there unless you're pushing through it, or else you're like quickly dipping in and out to try and find a pick. For the most part, you just don't want to be standing there, or if you get a push through, fine. But it's just an incredibly exposed position, so you just don't want to be there.
I thought I had that.
Now skin looking good.
Like, oh my god.
So now they're going to be playing bakery. So just to give you a quick rundown, there's a couple of different ways that you can take bakery. There's multiple ways really. One way is to take full map control, so clear top floor, then clear second floor, do vert above like mining and train, try and remove utility from bakery, or potentially work towards like a freezer drop, dropping freezer, or pushing white side or bakery side. But you get all of this control first. That's probably the way you'll see it happen the most in high elo, like in higher elo. Another thing that you can do, if Maverick's on the board, I'm not sure if he is in this match, but if Maverick's on the board, or Thatcher, is you can kind of just force bakery, to be honest. Like you really can. It's not overly difficult to just like push through and you just open up the bakery wall. You can open up this wall here as well. This wall here as well, like a little line of sight, so that they can't swing small prep. And you can just push straight through bakery, or you can do kind of the same for white. Just go for like a more direct push. So there's a few different ways to attack it. So I guess let's see what you guys are gonna try and work towards. So by you getting up on this angle, it looks like you guys are gonna try and work bakery. Working bakery is a good idea. Working bakery is slowly becoming meta. It depends on what operators are on board.
Oh fuck. Yeah,
Down goes Blitz.
Mozzie. Bakery.
There goes the Blitz.
Valkyrie and Mozzie are in the bakery.
And what you want to be aware of, right, is you're on this angle to try and apply pressure, but if the guy's smart, he's not going to really be peeking, especially you in that power position. He's just going to sit behind the bakery, you know, the counter. He's going to sit behind there. So to make him move is you want to apply pressure with another person, you know, on this door, maybe one at bus stop trying to open this ace where he is trying to open his single wall with a Selma. Right, and that applies pressure, and then that's when your position there, that higher angle, can become very powerful because it's very hard to shoot back when you're on that position, and you know these guys might actually displace him and make him move, where then you can catch him out. You know, so that's where that is. When you don't have that sort of pressure, like the blitz going down and whatnot, what you'll soon find is that you're looking at a whole lot of nothing and basically just burning down the clock for the defenders. So keep that one in mind.
Last scene. No. Yeah, they were in there, man. Probably.
Okay, so just really quickly.
Yeah, they were in there, man.
So same thing, right? At this ELO, you're going to see a lot of this, like just things that should be reinforced that aren't reinforced. This wall here should definitely be reinforced, always. Because if not, you can just do a quick Sophia impact or Ash charge or whatever, and just open up a hole here, which basically clears this whole area. So you can just take bakery straight away. There's no worries. Like they can't play here if you open this wall. So you just got to coordinate that with, you know, even your ace, like, because he would have had to use a Selma either way, right? So you just open it up really quickly, which displaces anyone in bakery, and then you can just take it straight away. So when you see this wall unreinforced, open it straight away. Let's keep playing.
Probably.
Okay, one push small bakery, another one swinging prep.
It's okay.
There's a Valk, so you got to be aware of the cameras. This Muzzy is a little bit honey.
No,
I think that was a Muzzy. So you're just trying to find gunfights. At the end of the day, when it's a 3v5, yeah, that is kind of what you want to do. You need them to swing. You need them to push you. By no means is a 3v5 lost. All you need is for someone like that Muzzy there to get a little bit too aggressive, then it's a 3v4. Maybe another one swings at the same time onto a sledge or onto the fuse. They die 3v3 instantly. It's an even match. A minute 30 on the clock. So don't be disheartened when you're in the 3v5, especially if the other team is playing aggressive. You can try and pick them off. So you're rotating now to the boys, which is like on a normal day, I would say, yeah, like that kind of makes sense. But in another way, you know, you've got guys that are readily contesting you in bakery. It's a 3v5. You've got no hard breach, and you know their site setup there is minimal. They don't really have a site setup. They don't really have it locked down. So rather than rotate to the boys, maybe say, "Hey guys, come over here. I think there's an opportunity for us to, you know, get a few kills." So they're not really holding bakery. Let's take it, or whatever. Help me kill this Muzzy. Just things like that. You know, like use your drones to drone these guys in nades, Yana drone, and try and frag those guys so that you can pull it back to a more even encounter. So teaming up with the buddies is a good idea, but where's the weak point in the enemy defense is probably where you were. So again, I know that your teammate, I suppose if the teammate is there, then you don't really have to be droning. But what I was going to say is if you're most of the time you'd want to drone coats. You've still got 2 drones, so just quickly drone through coats and around Harry Potter. Maybe set up a drone for you know, one of your dead teammates to watch in bakery or something along those lines. I know your teammate was well and truly pushed up, so that's cool. Okay, the fuse has found a pick. So is the sledge, and the Muzzy is down outside of the window. So straight away, you know what I mean? How fast is that? 3v2. Now it's a 3v1 because Muzzy's down. Like literally so fast. Okay, your mate's planting. Sledge has somehow decided that it's a good idea to leave the planter and run over to try and finish the kill on Muzzy. That's sarcasm. It's not a good idea to do that. But you fucking
cover bomb, dude. What the fuck, man?
you definitely want to cover bomb. The man is right. But also, just for this man, if he's watching, just for his information, planting right here is not the play. 100%. That is just completely exposed to far too many angles. In this situation, you probably just want to plant behind coffee. So the little counter that's here, you just want to plant the other side of it. far more protected. And then, you know, you can hold this line of sight, this cross here, from the double door where you are. So this guy planning here is definitely questionable, but not as questionable as the sledge running over to finish a kill. So, yeah.
Dude, can you guys fucking cover bomb, dude? What the fuck, man?
Okay, so we're doing the same thing. Again, getting up on the car. And once again, not a bad idea. It's just, you definitely need pressure for it to work. And do you even know if there's anyone in there? Right, so rather than, you know, wasting 30, 40, 50 seconds to a minute, drone in. Just throw one of your drones really quickly, even if it gets shot as it comes through. No worries, there's one in there. Call that out to your teammates, right? Use the information that you can. Sledge finds a pick. You're rotating across to the fuse. Kavira gets a pick up top. Legion Gaming is sending it through. Once again, I would definitely consider droning in this situation. Okay, you're droning now. So you just don't know what you're looking at, right? They have a rotate into... Not a rotate. That's actually been breached by the sledge. So... Okay, so your drone got shot, right? Now, if you want to push this bakery, this freezer hole, you definitely can. But what you want to do is make sure that you don't get swung from white stairs, that someone doesn't flank down white stairs, because this guy, the sledge died upstairs as well, you have to remember. So maybe ask the sledge, leave a drone out of line of sight on white stairs somewhere, a little bit further up, so you have time to react if someone is flanking. And just say, hey man, can you watch my flank? Can you watch my white cam? And he will watch it if it means he's going to win. So yeah, you use your drones in that sense as well to you know, just protect your flank. Because this sort of stuff doesn't really do much. You know what I mean? You're not really helping. You're just kind of like being and waiting to see what happens. The sledge is running up, no, the fuse is running up white now. I think the frames are dropping. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you're freaking out or if your frames are just dropping. I think maybe default cam is up over there. Okay, so you've decided to split up with the fuse. That's fine. You're going back towards bakery again. Another little small thing here. Another hole in the enemy defense that you can see straight away. Is that wall's not reinforced again? This main wall, but then also on top of that, this time, this wall is unreinforced. So this means that bakery is just free. Bakery is so free. You can just open this with one Zofia impact, and then I know you don't have Zofia now, but like you know what I'm talking about. You can just shoot it open just with like a high power gun like Sledge or whatever. Yeah, just open this wall here so that they can't swing out to service. Open the small bakery wall so that he can't play behind this bar, and then boom, you've got bakery control. You don't even have to take a gunfight. Hopefully you can catch someone rotating and trying to flee back to site or flee somewhere else. And it's a 5v4 as you're trying to execute. But look for gaps like this, and that comes with experience and time. Looking at this site, like bakery is definitely the way to go. Now you don't have hard breach, which is unfortunate, but you did have Fuse's hard breach gadget. So all you really need is one on maybe actually this side here, one over there, and that can be your entry to a plant. So again, doing a lot of face checking there as well, swinging wide into bakery. Just train.
Oh, almost hit with a nitrocell.
You know?
Bottom of red.
And you're kind of pre-firing things that you just don't know. It's a waste of time. Just stick a drone in. It's safer and it's faster. So you decided to jump in. No droning here again. I think you just seen him. And you die. So you die in that situation partially for two reasons. Partially because, you know, you missed the shots. And again, like your mechanics look like they've improved since the last time I watched, but you definitely need to put more time into T-Hunt and just more time in general into, you know, FPS and into Siege, and you'll pick it up. It'll improve over time. T-Hunt's just a fast way to speed up that process. Just run around shooting heads. Put it on the easiest difficulty and just shoot. Go for headshots in all the ranked maps. Yeah, it's a really fast way to improve your mechanics. But the second and probably more like the most important reason as to why you lost that gunfight is you just didn't have the info. You have a drone and your Iana. that has the ability to self-drone. So you've got an operator that specializes in droning, and you've got another drone in your pocket, and you still died to a person with no information because you just jumped in. So use your utility, use your drones, find the players, and then pinch them out and try and kill them. Call for help if you need to, but that's the straight fact of the matter. That's why you died there. Okay, so we are on third floor defense. I'm going to just pick apart and show you rough things that you should be reinforcing and rotating. Maestro, smoke, frost, rook, amnesia. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe the smoke shield and the frost shield can go maybe one in freezer, one on pixel on white. And then the only thing that's missing really is a Jaeger. You can maybe swap it out for the rook. A Jaeger to basically just defend your pixel shield. Okay, so you're opening up this here little cupboard thingy-majig, and the reason that you're doing it, just for anyone else that doesn't know, the reason that you're doing it is that that there is pretty much the most default plant spot. That's default. So when you're planning there, with this thing is really, really hard to shoot through. So the reason that you open it up is so that you can basically kill people with your gun when they try to plant there. The one thing that I'd recommend is with Maestro, just impact it. Hey, just boof, throw an impact at it, done. And then use your pistol for easier walls, because this thing is just it's a very frustrating thing to try and shoot open with a gun, as you can see, as you're witnessing right now. Hey, my mans. Nice.
Alright, well.
Okay.
I made him do. He just.
Alright, so.
Then quit, bro.
Hopefully you're not. So what I would rather, instead of putting this here, what I would rather see is your Maestro cams facing long bar. So facing shop, facing piano, facing where they're going to come from. Yes, this Maestro here is good to an extent if they try and plant and it's in your vision of your Maestro cam. Maybe you can get a kill there, but really if they're planting where you are playing as Maestro, you're probably not going to be alive to actually do anything about it. So I'd rather them put further up in the bar. There's a few different spots. I'll try and pick them out for you here in a second that you can put that are more powerful than this.
Go ahead.
That's just kind of irrelevant for the most part. Now with this wall here, like I mentioned earlier, you want this wall here reinforced, and then you want a rotate here, a crouch height rotate just there. Because it makes your position here stronger and gives you an ability to rotate. Yeah, so your Maestro cam one could be there. That's a really good spot for Maestro. Looks like that's where you're going to put it. Yeah. One can be there. Your other one can be under new hatch. Is a pretty good place. In piano is another good place. Okay, so this one that you've just this little site here, sorry, that you've just impacted, you actually don't want to impact that because it's actually defender sided. So you want to, a lot of the time defenders will play behind here. And you can peek up and down, you can deny this plant, you can stop the push-up long bar. It's just a strong spot, strong position. And what you do by impacting it is you just make it not a strong position. You know? Now it's like kind of unusable.
I was trying to clutch the round too.
And then when, if you have a rotate here for the most part, now your rotate's not covered. So you want to put a rotate behind it, reinforce this, and leave that solid.
If I planted, they probably would have killed me anyway there, Tristan.
Again, you know what you're doing in the sense that you're shotgunning these things out because this is another common plant spot. So you know how to stop the common plant spots, right? Another way to kind of deny this plant is to open up feet holes here on this wall if you want to. That's what you'll see quite frequently. So you're reinforcing that, and I understand your thought process going into the reinforcement there. Nowadays, you just don't want to reinforce it. You reinforce it to kind of further bolster down your position in piano and hold piano stronger. But it's just too powerful for the enemy team to be able to just not even worry about piano so much and just kind of run in and plant on that reinforcement. It's too strong. You want to be able to deny the trash plant from piano. So usually you'd have feet holes here. This shield is a waste for whoever put it down. It's just a waste. Okay, the red walls are reinforced. That's good. These walls should definitely be reinforced. For a basic site hold, you'd want to have the two freezer walls reinforced, facing into piano, and then the two washroom walls reinforced. you can. There is variation, especially in high reload, where they aren't reinforced.
Just get bad.
Or like one side of it's unreinforced. And there's a shield behind it. But at this elo and just in standard play, yeah, just reinforce it. Okay, they're downstairs. Nice shot. Yeah, there's another one at Snow Door. But these guys haven't opened the hatch, and that's why I say, yeah, you should, when you're attacking this site, you should just open the hatches straight away. Deny the enemy the ability to play in these positions. Just apply pressure. Yeah, that's the hatches being opened now. But if that had happened, you know, at 2 minutes and 30, rather than, you know, 2 minutes, if that had happened straight away, then that Snow player would have been much more protected. She wouldn't have to worry about someone swinging you hatch. Okay, now you want to be very cautious. It's a minute 45 and rotating through long bar is unsafe. You just don't want to be rotating through long bar. Use the rotates that you've got. Okay, usually, so these walls here, like I said before, I would just, as a common practice, I just reinforce these. This reinforcement, if you're gonna put one on this wall, should probably be here. And then the rotate hole here, you can make it a vaultable rotate hole just here. The reason that it's vaultable is that someone pushing white has to make a sound cue if they jump over into freezer. You hear them, you hear the vault animation, and the reason that you want to put the rotate on this side and not this side is so that you can't be shot. If you could pass through this rotate and someone's on skylight, they'll shoot you. All right, so that's why you want to put the rotate this side. And these walls here as well, just again to further bolster your positions. These walls are facing piano, so all of these 4 walls, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 at the back there, all them walls should be reinforced at this elo for sure. Hey, so again, you rotate using this rotate, but you don't actually realize that if someone's playing Skylight there, they can cut you off and kill you. The enemy team doesn't seem to be pushing piano side at all, which is good for you guys to an extent. Hey, you're on cams. I know you're only duo queued, but when it's 3v3 like this, a minute left, I'd definitely be asking your teammates, your dead teammates, to hop on cams, tell me what you see, so that you can keep your gun up and be ready to fire at any moment. Okay, again, you're exposing yourself to Skylight a lot. Doesn't look like they are on Skylight. Okay, they've just dropped Skylight. That's that sound. So there was one there.
I killed him.
Ah, he's dead. That's why communication is important. Okay, they're going to push up white now, 28 seconds. So this angle's okay, but just be aware that when you play at this angle, you expose yourself to someone just quickly leaning out and pre-firing you. So it's kind of like a common spot, you know, you're pretty exposed. It's not a tight angle. 15 seconds left. Don't overswing, just try and play smart. There's one coming long bar side now.
Time expires in 10 seconds.
Could already be in freezer with you. That's it. Oh. Oh. Nice, you get the double in the end. So the shots got a little bit shaky there, and overall the movement's a bit weird. It's just you don't really, as a rule of thumb, once you pass about 30 seconds, you don't really want to be crossing through Skylight, because yeah, it's just often that players play there and they'll punish you for doing so. But overall, again, mechanics, the shot on Snow was better. That was a nice shot. Those in the end, you finished those 2 guys off nicely, just a little bit crispier, like I've mentioned a few times. Keep your T-hunts up, you know, and that will come. And now you know a general site setup that's just a little bit stronger than what you had there. It's a little bit more fortified. But you definitely, again, at this elo, it's hard to say, man. Just set the site up like I said, and you'll find the higher up in elo you go, the more people will do what I'm saying, where they push through piano. The piano is kind of what a lot of teams will do. And then you can start to adjust your strategy to help hold piano more with shields on pixel and different things like that. But well played. Okay, so we are now on first floor. This wall, you've got it reinforced, which is fabulous. You're playing Jaeger. ADS is fine. Yeah, they're fine ADSs. A lot of the time what you'll see is the ADS is stacked closer over here. Let me just change this color so it's a little bit clearer. Maybe do this. Boom. So you'll see ADS is stacked over there, and that's really to protect if there's a shield facing this door here, which is kind of common to help support. It protects both you behind the bar and it protects the shield. So if you're not playing a shield, then there's no reason that you can't have them behind the bar. So you've got that wall reinforced here. This wall muted and reinforced. This here, that's good. Well done. And I assume you have the other bakery walls reinforced. Having this barricaded is probably a mistake, to be completely honest with you, because you want it to be open so that when enemies, if they try and push around this corner, like you're doing now, that they have to be aware to this angle, right? They have to be aware to people on this angle. When it's barricaded, it kind of frees up there. They don't have to really worry about it as much. And they can't step out too wide because then they have this doorway to be worried of. So that just kind of like, again, helps the enemy more than deters. Okay, so you're trying to hold here. So you don't want to be, if you're peeking like that, yeah, very, very cautious. Don't leave your head there for long. Really quick peeks, like a little like judder, like a boom, boom, boom. Not like, because you're just leaving your head out there. You definitely don't want to be putting your head out there too much. And you don't have to worry about this doorway, right? Because if this window's closed, I don't know if it might have already been shut open. If it is, that's fine, but you can hear it. You can hear a vault animation, so you don't really need to worry about this this doorway just yet. You can focus on the double door. And if I'm just focusing on the double door, I'd prefer to play here rather than at this first one. Start here, and then you can slowly cross over here if needs be to try and throw the enemy off. But yeah, that's just me. Okay, now you hear them at that window. Now you need to start keeping that in mind. Okay, are they going to try and... Okay, this guy shouldn't have done that. It's just kind of useless. Also, just FYI, your mute can definitely put a mute jammer here. It's pretty important, to be honest with you, to protect you and to hold bakery. I usually shoot out that black monitor as well. Okay, they're close. Bakery double.
Maverick's in the freezer there. He's opening up that
He's
little
trying to
wall
nade
there.
you, but you don't need to be aware. You don't
Freezer
need to
there,
worry
Tristan?
because you've got the nades. But now that your barbed wire is gone,
Oh, I'm stuck
you
in
do
the
need to be
kitchen
aware
sink
that
line.
they can just kind of crouch walk through. So you need to be doing that more. See that one there where you just exposed for too long? That's not good. You don't want to be out for too long. Very jiggle. You know, like that. Definitely that sort of movement when you're holding behind the bar, behind the bakery. There's one on this window. Oh my god, she's in. She sent it. I didn't even hear that. I'm here telling you, don't worry about it, bro. Wow, okay. Then just overstayed your welcome. You found the first kill. And just keep in mind here, when you go to swing this, right? When you go to swing this, I was gonna say you don't, yeah, just like you can quick peek the window first, because if someone was holding from this window as well, you're gonna get deleted if you swing out wide like that. So you can just quick peek the window and then, you know, turn right. But yeah, that's just, I guess, nitpicking if you want to. Just overstay your welcome a little bit, get a little bit greedy. The barricade gets shut open and you get killed from whiskey. Nothing too wrong with that. Looks like you're gonna get picked up as well. Nice. Should be the round secured. Okay, so it's second floor reading. Keep in mind as well, a little small tip that people don't seem to know is that if you're shooting drones in prep phase, so you're shooting drones around white, that means that they're spawning that side. That means that's where they've selected their spawn. Now they can change their spawn, but for the most part, that's where they're spawning. So you shoot 2 drones there, keep that in the back of your mind that, okay, I think they're pushing white side. I think they might push white. So care lower white here. Different things like that. So just be aware, that's likely where they're pushing from. So you don't want to have both of these walls reinforced here as well, because it just allows for, you know, too easy of a plant in by the fireplace. It gives them too much control of fireplace. So you want maybe this right side reinforced and then rotate on the left side, or just like lines of sight so that you can deny plant. But double reinforcing it is dangerous. Makes it too hard, because they can even, if it's double reinforced, they could even just rappel in the window, or marrow up that hatch, a few different things here, and just plant on the reinforcement and then have another player on the window cutting off this doorway. As well, when you're setting up this site, what you really want to do is you want to get your shotgun player. You don't actually want to play mining. You want to play fireplace and reading, it's a much better site. Mining's too hard to hold. Fireplace and reading is better. So when you play fireplace and reading, I guess I should say, what you want to do is you want to shotgun out lines of sight all the way through here and all the way through here. So just feet holes the whole way there, so that you can deny plant on fireplace from way back in reading. But yeah, again, reinforcing. Even though it might feel like you're securing the bomb site, you're actually allowing them an easier plant.
Oh, he's gonna baldy player.
You go for the run out. Nothing there. You're overstaying your welcome here. You don't want to be out for that long. Just go inside. If you want to do a run out, yeah, that. Don't overstay your welcome, because that happens. Highly unfortunate, but I could see it coming. I'm not gonna lie. You spent nearly 20 seconds out there. Like when you're going for a run out like that, like you want to run out, quick look, nothing there, back inside. Maybe do a double. Maybe you can do a double if you want, just to try and catch someone off guard. Maybe, but you don't want to be out there for 15 seconds with like Kavira vision for the enemy team, knowing where you are, because they've got wall hacks basically for that moment in time. Okay, because you so carelessly and rudely threw your life away, we've now gone to overtime.
Yeah, I should just stay in. Keep
Boom.
cozy.
So let's see that impact. Let's go, man. Again, you don't want to be impacting that second one. Master Cam number 1 is cool here. I don't know if I mentioned, but the other side, so at the very back, is a good place for another Maestro Cam, or in piano, way over there. So underneath New Hatch, somewhere up against the wall, kind of facing piano, or the other side, or the other wall that it's actually looking at in piano, the south wall of piano. They're two good spots for, Maestro Cam. And that rotate, you see that Rook? He thinks it doesn't matter. He thinks he's just putting a rotate here, but that rotate, if someone's playing on Skylight, they cut that rotate off. So if you cross through it from one way or the other, you're dead. So with that rotate, you want to put the rotate just in the corner, as far on the right as possible. So, yeah. So whenever you're making rotate, think, am I going to be cut off from a common position? Whenever you're reinforcing, think, is this helping the enemy to plant? And then whenever you're like playing in a position, think, is there more reinforcements, or can a shield help this position? Do we have ADSs for that shield? Keep that in mind when you're both, when you're defending, and you'll find your side setups just increase. And just watch what higher elo guys do. Come to my stream and check out, see how our sites look. Do they look the same as yours? If not, what's different? And adjust, because there's so many different variations, but there is just a lot of default site setups that will kind of separate you from people playing in this elo that just don't have that knowledge. Okay, you probably don't want to be peeking Skylight like that, especially as Maestro, who's a pretty pivotal operator. But the way you have your Maestro Cam set up isn't really there to be denying plant. So I guess you can frag a little bit. You're peeking Skylight. Sounds like there's a few on there. Nice. You want to shoot out them windows as much as possible. So here again, how much nicer would it feel to be playing exactly where you are if this is reinforced, right? And that you could quickly get into that action without exposing yourself to the long angle from New Hatch. Because if you cross through this door, you're exposed. So how nice would it be to have a little rotate there, and then another cupboard here. That's like, a blacked out cupboard that doesn't have an impact through it, so that you can, aggress, hold Skylight, hold shop. That's why you want it set up like that. Definitely. Okay, Rook gets another shot. This guy is kind of popping off, man. Might be cheating. Everybody's cheating. So you want to be definitely aware. So your positioning here, you don't want to be playing where you were. Out here in general is just very exposed. If you want to hold below and hold the reading door, you can hold it from the vertical angle just behind where you were. Where at cocktail C3 or C1, sorry. Oh, Blackbeard does you dirty. That's unfortunate, bro. That's unfortunate.
Fuck.
But really, if you actually look at this kill, even though it's like, oh, Blackbeard, damn it, like, and that is true because you did crack his shield, right? The vertical lines of sight I was talking about are like right under your feet right now, by the way. Really, when we actually look at this, all right. Okay, so we go boom, you crack him in the head, so that probably should have killed him. But then after this, you can kind of see, it's hard to show you at this speed, but kind of need it even slower. But your aim actually, you can see it there, your aim shakes off. It's just not, it's not sturdy enough. And that's, again, time, T-hunt, aim lab, practice, hours, and that tightens up. Maybe your sensitivity might be a little bit high. I don't know, it just depends. But those are the things that will lose you gunfights and win you gunfights, right?
I just laid there.
Okay, overtime match point,
I wasn't
4-3.
even going for kills.
You're on the Yana once again.
I was wondering who's shooting from above there, Tristan.
Do you check if you spawn peaks? I like it.
Top of the bell.
They're playing Bakery again,
Floor. Like,
which
oh,
is
look,
cool.
someone's shooting at the bottom.
I just wish I could talk to you
thanks for
like
the kill,
in the
mate.
past, and just be like, dude, oh!
What?
I guess that's why you do that. You do that angle, hey? I like it, man. I like it.
That's perfect.
So again, now you've got the kill. Fantastic. Take Bakery. All right. So when you kill the guy that's playing a Bakery, what should you think immediately? Take Bakery. All right. When you're attacking and defending, mainly attacking though, when you kill players in these power positions, the reason that they're playing in there is because they don't want to lose it. So if you kill them, what should you do as an attacker? You should take it. Right, so quickly drone, see if there's anyone in there. Take Bakery, and then you've got Bakery control. You're in the building with a serious foothold for the rest of your attack. So when you find that pick, use it. Man, that's a nice skin though. So again, you're sticking your head where it doesn't belong, like this. You run over, you crack it, like here, you're so exposed. If you're cracking it, punch it from here. So be standing here and then just punch it from the side. There's like a little technique where you can smack it and move backwards so that you're not exposed to it at any point. This, what you're doing, you're just asking to be headshot. Asking for it. You go right up in there. You've no information at all. You're just asking for a headshot, bro. So exposed. So what you want to do is just drone. Just throw a drone. Like, it saves you so much time. You might think, I can't be bothered droning. I just want to take gunfights. You will find gunfights faster if you just drone. Because you might be looking at nothing here. You very well are. So just drone it out. See who's in there. Get that information. If no one's in there, take it. Take Bakery. And then find your gunfight in prep for closer to the bomb site, taking more map control. Right? So don't waste time doing these things. Okay, so there is one in there. You're pushing in for the trade. The Dokkaebi gets the kill. Haruka is just cheating. Has to be. You die to the Vigil. And again, it's just a matter of information, bro. Like, you just need the info. So just drone through. Find this Muzzy. Oh, Muzzy's playing there. No ADS. I'm going to lob a grenade in. Throw a grenade. Catch him rotating if you don't cook it perfectly. It's just information, man. It's just gonna bolster your game. And here, rather than getting aggressive and swinging, sometimes I do this. Sometimes I push up and get aggressive, right? Your crosshair placement's far too out to the right here. You're not ready for someone to swing close. So look where your crosshair is actually aiming. You're not ready for someone to swing close. If you were aiming there, when this Vigil moved out, you'd be able to just take him down really quick. But by aiming out here, you give him the opportunity to get a shot off first. But what's wrong with just breathing? Take a breath, hold this angle nice and tight so that if someone does swing, you punish them. But instead, you kind of get a little bit aggressive, and the Vigil swings, and he gets the kill, and that's fine, but again, no information. You're playing Yana, nades, drones, self-drone, unlimited drones, so much drones. You have the ability to act off information more, so use it. All right, dude, that is going to end the coaching session. I'm hoping that you found some value in here. I went into some pretty in depth, to be honest, on a lot of the parts. We went pretty deep. I think you have a lot of ability, man. You watch streamers. I know you're in my stream a lot, and you've got the ability to play at a higher level than you're currently playing at. It's just some finite details that you're missing out on, like you're droning. You need to be droning way more when you're attacking. 100%. It's just gonna win you games, win you attack rounds. when you're defending your site setups, you definitely want to, you know, pay more attention to your site setups. How's it being set up? There's plenty of videos on YouTube. Watch my streams, and think about it yourself. Think about it logically, because what might work in copper, you know, it might not work up in plat, but it might still work in copper. So think about where do enemies usually attack from. But there is very basic site setups that you should be following. So just be aware of that. I've shown you a few in this video, and just tighten up their mechanics. It's going to take some time. But just tighten up the mechanics, and how you do that is through T-Hunt. Play T-Hunt and then play it some more. And do it for 30 to 40 minutes every day before you start playing. And I promise you, you're already sharper in this video than you were in the last video. But I promise, man, if you do this again in the next video, in 3 weeks' time, in 4 weeks' time, you're going to be twice as sharp as you are here. You'll be playing in bronze. You're already probably too good to be playing in copper. It's just a matter of time. You just need to go play, and you need to, find another guy or another 2 guys that are also relatively skilled, and, be the leader. Say that, no, this is how you set it up. Trust, I've watched, I know how the better players play it, and this is going to work. And I promise it will work. It will just definitely work. So that's what you want to do, bro. But overall, great improvement, man. I hope you picked up a couple of things from it. This is I've been recording for over an hour. Wow, that's a long ass time. But thank you again, Mr. James. I think it was James. Sorry, I'm fucking frazzled now after all this. But I will see you in the streams, bro. Again, thank you for all the support, man. And if there's anything else I can do, please just hit me up. And be happy to sort you out. Much love, man.